Drilling a hole into a brick wall is quite simple if you follow two rules. Firstly, use the correct drill bit, and secondly, use a drill set to the hammer or impact function. Let's look at drill bits first. This is a masonry bit, which is the correct one for drilling into a wall. This is a metal drill bit and should never be used on a wall. And this is a wood bit and should also never be used on walls. A masonry bit looks like other drill bits, but has a tungsten carbide cutting head which is brazed onto the bit. They come in diameters from 5mm to 40mm. For larger diameter holes, core bits are used. The bit size is determined by the size of the screw you're going to use. If you're inserting a 5mm screw, use a 5mm drill bit. The second rule is to use a power drill with a hammer or impact function. This function provides a striking effect to the back of the bit, which hammers the bit into the brick, breaking up the masonry in the wall as the bit drills into the wall. You can use an electric drill or a battery-operated drill that has sufficient power. So, to begin, mark the place where you want to drill the hole. Place a damp cloth below to catch the dust that will come out of the hole. Choose a bit of the correct size. When the hole is being drilled, it will usually be filled with a wall plug, into which a screw can be inserted. If you're not sure how wide your screw is, first select a wall plug that partners with your screw. Then choose a bit size that is the same as the wall plug size. An easy way to do this is to hold the bit behind the wall plug. If the bit is too big, it's quite obvious, and the same if it's too small. If it's too big, the plug will just spin in the hole. If it's too small, the plug won't fit in the hole at all. Make sure the drill is unplugged and place the bit into the front end of the drill. This is called the chuck. As you rotate the locking ring, the jaws of the chuck will open or close, depending on which way you turn the locking ring. Once the chuck is open wide enough, fit the blunt end of the drill into the chuck. Ensure that it's straight and tighten the locking ring by hand, and then use the chuck key to secure the bit. In order to drill the hole to the correct depth, set the depth arm on the drill to the length of the plug. If you don't have a depth arm, place the plug against the bit and wind some tape around the bit at the required depth. You don't want your hole to be too deep or too shallow. Set the drill to the forward position and set the torque to maximum by turning the torque adjustment collar to the maximum level, which is used for drilling holes. If your drill has a handle, set it to a comfortable position. Use a center punch or a tool with a sharp point to make an indentation at your mark so that your bit won't wander across the wall. Now set the drill function to hammer and we're ready to drill the hole. When drilling like this, there's not much dust and particles of wool do not fly around the room. However, wear safety glasses if you feel more comfortable. Ear protection is useful if you're drilling many holes. Avoid drilling above or below an electrical outlet. You don't want to drill into electrical wiring. Water pipes usually run below the taps, but be aware of them. You can also use a pipe or cable detector, but unless you're a contractor, that's probably not in your toolbox. The drill trigger works like an accelerator pedal on a car. Press it slightly and the drill will turn slowly. The more you depress the trigger, the faster the bit will rotate. Start at a slow speed, and once the bit takes on the wall, use a faster speed. Use medium pressure on the back of the drill all the way through. If you press too hard, you can burn out the drill and also destroy the bit. The drill bit will get very hot very quickly. Give it a rest every few seconds. A good idea is to dip it into a cup of cold water to cool it every 4 or 5 seconds. In this way the bit won't burn out and your bits will last much longer. Once the hole has been drilled, insert the wall plug into the hole. The wall plug has plastic barbs which prevent it from coming out of the hole, sort of like a fishing hook. As the screw moves into the plug, the sides of the plug will expand, strengthening the plug's grip on the wall. There are screws that are attached to wall plugs that can be hammered straight into the hole, which is very convenient. Well, that's it. Fit a drill bit that's suitable for the wall plug that you're using into a hammer or percussion drill, set the function to hammer, and drill the hole.